Hello everybody, how is it going? So, today we're playing some Black Purple Luffy OP09. Honestly, I really wanted to play one of the Luffys just because of Gum Gum Giant. I think that card is too good. I don't know. it's too good. It's a 4K counter for free. Like, come on, you get to draw two. But yeah, I ended up deciding to try Black Purple just because the deck is it's interesting. I don't know if it's actually better or worse than just mono purple Luffy, but I think just the cards you play in it are a bit more fun because you get to draw a lot, and I like drawing. I like touching cards. I'm a big fan, but I find that the deck is pretty reliant on just seeing the Zoro. The Zoro really matters because you don't play like a ton of ramp cards. You play like Zoro and Bonclay, and that's really it. That's usually enough though. Like it's usually completely fine. You just kind of get the ability to play cards like this Frankie, and it ends up just being really good because minusing 2 is basically just restanding a Dawn for you. So really solid. We'll play we're playing as Robin first off, which is pretty rare. She's also OP09, right? I don't think she's out in 08 unless I'm delusional. That is possible. We're just gonna go 5. Yeah, we'll just go 5/5/5. Could play the Zoro out, but like, meh, whatever. He's just a discard target for like our Gum Gum Giant later on. Also, I'm sorry. I feel like my voice is just kind of strained right now. I've been sick for like a little bit, so I'll try my best to like mute whenever I'm coughing or something like that. But yeah, I wanted to get this video out. I recorded a bunch of games with this deck, and I did play a good amount of Red Green Law just in 08.5. I still love the deck, obviously. I definitely a bit out of practice with it. I feel like if I knew how to play all the matchups in this format, it would you could definitely win a lot more than what I was doing currently. But I don't know. I'm not super invested in 8.5. I think I'm definitely gonna get more back into the game in 9 with all the new stuff. You know, there's some new decks coming into the format. Not super excited about like Blackbeard coming in the format, but you know, it's weird because I feel like One Piece always has this thing where it's like this deck is gatekeeping that deck, but then that deck gatekeeps the other deck. It's like I don't know if we're ever gonna get to a format where like, I don't know. To be fair, in like any card game, is it like, man, every matchup is just fair? Like, not really, right? So yeah, I guess what do I expect? Maybe it just feels a bit more prominent in this game. I don't know exactly why, but yeah, it's just where I'm at. Also, we're kind of cruising in this game. We'll probably 10-drop Luffy next turn, because why not? Robin is cool. It's definitely just like a control deck, right? Just wants to banish your life over and over. Play some good yellow cards. Sounds solid. Just swinging 5 here. We're just going to counter. I feel like this, like, Black Purple Luffy is just so good at maintaining your hand size. Like, I feel like I always have a good amount of cards in hand, even though I could have countered the Gadatsu, but it's like one of the few swings that I'll actually get to take to my hand instead of instead of it getting banished. So yeah, and right here I don't think I have to like 10-drop Luffy. I think I just wanted to try it because I'm like, I won't die, right? You know, it's all good. We'll be fine. We can hold up 2 Dawn next turn if we are really that scared. But yeah, look at that. So we -10. Already get to ramp 2 from our leader, then 1 more with the 10-drop itself. Very good, very good. And he doesn't have a 2K counter, so we're just going for game. You know, it's whatever. We can go 10 and then 12. Should be enough, unless like all of his entire hand is like 1Ks, but we're gonna play it safe. We're gonna just swing 8, and yeah, we pretty much psych. We got Veggie. Okay, kind of scary. We'll be fine though. We have a lot of counter in hand, and we still have 2 life. So we realistically, we only need to counter one of these attacks, and we should be completely fine. So that's very good. That's also, I think, something nice about this deck is that just having Gum Gum Giant just fixes your problem of, oh, I play a lot of like non-counter cards. It's like, it's completely fine. You just discard them. You can filter with Frankie. You can filter with Sabo. You got Giant. There's just I don't know, a lot to like, and it's almost always really easy to leave a Dawn out for the Giant just because of how your leader works. So Yeah, I just really like the card. I definitely should check out just mono purple Luffy, just to see how that deck feels, because obviously you also play Gum Gum Giant. But both these decks just kind of like suffer against Blackbeard. I think like mono purple might suffer a bit more. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. To be fair, I think they have to start like using their leader earlier against mono purple. So I guess there's that. I don't know. I haven't played a ton of the matchup. I've played it like twice. I think I've only played it once, like using this deck, and I just kept playing, you know, big characters and then just kind of surviving off of like giants and stuff. The games get like really grindy. Like having a 12k blocker that just like stops you from attacking for one turn and stuff, and just doing that over and over as Blackbeard, and you can't use on plays. It can definitely be brutal. But yeah. Also, I think a little misplay there. I should have just swung with my leader first, went 11 and then 12. But, you know, whatever. Never punished, hopefully. Yeah, because we don't have enough Dawn to play anything else here. We could leave one up for the Giant, but whatever. We know that one turn he didn't have a 2k, and then he triggered his Veggie off of life, so it's pretty likely he doesn't have much counter here. Didn't leave any Dawn up, so yeah, we end up taking that. And next up is Belo Betty, which is a little bit scary. I'm not sure if I'm still playing. I think I was playing a little bit last night, and I'm not playing this list anymore. I don't think I'm actually playing Kaido's in this list, which is I don't think it's terrible, but also I think Kaido is really, really good, and you probably should be playing it. But we have the 9-cost Luffy in this list, which still does feel really good. I mean, just a card that replaces itself, lets you use leader ability, so you also get the restand of Dawn. Also, this Law only searches 2 and above, which makes me very sad. Like, I want to add a Giant off of Law. Makes me sad I can't do that, but here we are. I hit with the Buzzcut Mochi. I haven't seen this card in a very long time. I think even when it came out, people really weren't playing it, but I'm just going to swing 7, and I eat that. And also, I think when I was playing this session, I wasn't sure if Sanji worked how I thought it did, where if I put a Dawn on leader, and then I played Sanji, like, would that trigger it? It does trigger it. I have tried it since. Also a really cool interaction with this deck. So like genuinely, like Sanji popping a 5-cost is very strong. I was thinking about it, it's like if you run Sanji and like 9 Kaido, and you just like run like maybe 1 or 2 Ice Ages, probably like 2, because you want to see it eventually, right? But you can just pop 10 costs. Like it's kind of raw. Like I don't know how actually good it is, but this deck is pretty good at finding cards, and also if they have non-counter, it's usually not too bad. But yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about it, whether it's actually good or not. I don't know. Maybe could be kind of funny though. You know, just Ice Age 9 Kaido, pop a 10 cost. It's kind of cool. We get Buzzcut Mochi again, which I'm cool with. I hope both of these characters die, so I can play Gecko and get maximum value. There's just something about like drawing 3 cards off of playing a Gecko. I don't know if there's a feeling that can beat it. Also, I get dropped down to 1, but I'm like, nah, I'm fine. Because I just play Gecko, set up a blocker, go, well, end up going +1 basically, cycle out whatever I want to cycle out, and I'll have 1 Dawn active for a Giant, so we're not too stressed. Also, I should probably Law first there, just in case I find a non-counter that I want to get rid of, but we're already going to trash the Sanji anyway. And Law will just grab the Sanji, which thankfully is counter, so pretty good. And we'll just go 5 at the Lindbergh. Belo is already very low in hand size, so he just lets it go. And yeah, we have a couple cards in hand. We only have like 1 Giant available, so it's not that scary though. It's really not that scary. Also, why doesn't my leader effect trigger on their turn? Like, they printed this card, I assume in tandem with printing Luffy, and why can't I re-ramp on their turn and have infinite Gum Gum Giants? Or at least, you know, like 2. Like, kind of messed up, honestly. Now, maybe it'd be a bit too strong. It'd probably be a bit too strong, but yeah, that event would probably just be way too free. Still though, a man can dream. We're probably just gonna, yeah, Sanji. I'm gonna just not swing at his life because I'm scared, and we're just gonna swing at the Ivankov. If I end up also taking the Kobe with it, that's cool with me. We're gonna go 8 with Sanji. He should just let it go, because I don't think he's not gonna be able to defend it with his hand size, and If he blocks with Kobe, he's just losing everything. So yeah, shouldn't let it go. We're gonna go 9. Hopefully no trigger. Even if it was a trigger, I'm leaving all 3 of these down up for all of my giants. Like, I am not dying. And he gets a Brûlée, so definitely not a very scary trigger. This list is interesting. I don't know. I guess I haven't seen a Betty list in a very long time, so maybe this is normal. Maybe it isn't. But yeah, here we are. He's leader affecting. I'm pretty sure this game is just over. It's just gonna swing 5. Okay, interesting. So I guess he has a 10 drop of sorts. Probably ace. But like, why use your leader effect if you're gonna ace? I don't know. I guess a Von Cup has no counter, so who cares? But still, it's an extra card in hand. I mean, if they get good triggers, ace could save them. But I don't know. Our board is pretty big. We have 2 pretty big bodies. He does have 2 blockers, like he'll probably live 1 more turn, but yeah. I'm just gonna block with Frankie in case we want to play another Moria next turn. And yeah, didn't end up using any of my giants, but like, who cares? Didn't really hurt me to leave those up. We're just gonna go 7 at life. Let's just check their hand. They just take it. Okay. Gets a Sanji blocker, so they're certainly not dying this turn, but that's completely fine. We can Sanji, yeah, but like, we're still not gonna end up killing them. Like, I guess technically we could, right? If we know like his hand doesn't have counter, we could Sanji tap a blocker and then just go like 7, 8. But it's like risky for no reason. Like, why do that when I can just get another blocker, go +1 again, have 3 giants up? Like, yeah, like there's no reason to do that. How many cards do we have in hand? I think we have 12. 12 cards in hand. Kind of good. Goes just 10 at life. We can just take this, yeah. I kind of just want him to swing like really big. Like unblockable something and just swing really big so I can use all my counter. But he's just playing another ace. And swings at Moria, which is kind of weird. Like, you might as well just swing at life, right? Because like, if I don't use my blocker, like, at least it's harder to defend. Just goes 5. We'll just counter 1. And yeah, this should just be game. Very sad we can't use all of our counter, but yeah, we're just gonna Sanji the... We're gonna Sanji the Sanji, and then swing for game. Next up, we have Kata. I'm pretty sure, like, Luffy, like Purple Luffy, and now this Luffy have, like, just do well in the yellow. Like, I think your top end can kind of compete. You're a pretty aggro deck, so yeah. I think Purple Luffy is a bit more aggro than this deck, but like, still, like, your late game is very strong with the giants. Like, you can probably survive a couple turns with the Linlin on the board. But he counters an 8k, which is completely wild to me. I don't know why he did that. Like, yeah, just take the first life, man. That's not that bad. I guess he like really expects there to be like, you know, Kiku or something there. So fair enough. We'll just go 5, and we'll play a Sabo. He counters. We get to set up our Moria. If we're just playing on curve, yeah, next turn we can either like pop something with 5-cost Sanji, or play the 7-cost Sanji. Either one. He's gonna play Robin, so we're probably just gonna 7-cost because we can't pop the Robin. Yeah, I was just double checking to see if I could pop it or not. I mean, we can swing into it, right? Because I think Sanji rests a 6 or lower. I'm bugging here. Yeah, there you go. See how we can bully down this Robin because he's defended his life a lot. So we'll just go 8. And I'll let it go. We're just going to swing 5. I maybe should have swung Sanji first in case he gets a trigger, but he just keeps defending, so I guess whatever. We'll just swing Sanji after he counters. And he has defended a lot. This is Katakuri gameplay. I guess the 8 drop down puts my Sanji in life. It's okay. We could take this, honestly, because he just gave us another life, but we're never playing Mr. 2, right? So we'll just let that go. See, like, yeah, we just have Luffy, which isn't bad. We don't lose anything in, like, hand size. We get to draw a card, and then get our Dawn back. And yeah, we're not even going to leave up the Giants. Who cares? Hopefully he doesn't swing at Luffy. Hopefully take some life here. Hopefully no super crazy triggers. Gets a Brûlée. That's fine. It'll just end up eating the 10k attack. And is on 10 on now. So we can get Linland, but we do not get Linland. So that's pretty good. Also, last turn, if I had wait, never mind. It's on just 7 cost. I take it back. But your leader fight does kind of come up in against yellow, and sometimes against like black decks as well. Is that just giving everything +1 like is pretty good. Like Katakuri can't, you know, put like Gecko in your life. Can't put, I don't know, Gecko's the main one that comes to mind. But yeah, it is pretty solid. Makes you feel a little bit more safe, even if you necessarily aren't that safe. But you know. Still, it's gonna swing 8 at life. We're just gonna take that. Getting another Luffy is actually really solid because we can just beat up this Katakuri. We could also just play like 7 Sanji and tap the Katakuri blocker, but nah. Let's keep getting big bodies on the board. Let's bully the Kata a bit. Hopefully he doesn't have a ton of counter. I imagine he doesn't. I feel like he's countered all game. So, nah, he does, but we'll at least trade for the blocker here. And we probably don't want to swing at life. Yeah, let's just go to the pudding. Not yet. He's only on 2 cards in hand. I guess the only way this gets really bad for me is if he just starts playing Linlands. And here is a Linland, so a little bit scary. We'll counter 1. We don't have a Moria, which kind of sucks. Having a Moria would be pretty sweet. But yeah, it's okay. We definitely have to swing his life here. Opted not to swing with Katakuri, which is smart because you really don't want to lose the body for no reason when you're at 4 life. And yeah, we can leave up 3 giants, so we're not dying or anything. We'll give him a couple, you know, triggers probably. We know the Parasparrow is coming. He gets a Brûlée trigger, which I think is just a 2k, and it just lets him look at either of our lives. Does trigger out the Parasparrow. We'll go 10. So like he's gonna be put down to 0. And never mind, he gets put down to 1 because of Veggie. Discard. But we aren't dying, right? At least probably not. If he swings Linland first, we just take it, and then he swings what, 16 at us with or 18 with Kata. We have 4, 8, 12. We can get up to 17. We get out of that pretty easily, and then yeah, we could counter out of the 5k hit from leader. So yeah, if he just decided to go all in for game, we were completely fine. Oh, I guess he'd have 1 more attack with the Parasparrow, but surely off of the cards we draw off Giant, we'd be okay. Or unless we wouldn't have been okay. Goes 9. We were probably fine, right? Probably. We'll just keep cycling these high costs. We'll get rid of the 10 drop because, yeah, okay, we draw on a counter eventually. We're not going to be able to even like play. So we'll take the 12, and yeah, we were completely fine. I don't know if he swung perfectly or anything. This pudding swing might have been a little bit troll, but we do end up going down a ton of Dawn, so there is that. Also, I hate that you have to like target something with Giant. Like, just automatically do it for me, man. Hate that. And yeah, we have a Rebecca here, which I don't know how many cards she really got. I imagine she got a couple. I think I remember seeing like Kyros. Unless that's like OP10. That might be OP10. Never mind. Yeah, that's OP10. See, OP09 she really didn't get much. We do have a Zoro though, which is sweet. Again, this is the card we want to see early game. It's really nice. Just let this ramp 1. Is an efficient body, obviously, just vanilla stat line. And we'll just swing for 7. I feel like this deck definitely does pretty good into Rebecca. But I do want to take a look at this game because I feel like I mess up somewhere in this game. See, now Rebecca, add back Kyros. Kyros can't pop anything and just passes. We will draw a Sabo, which is pretty good. We're just going to play it. Pick up a Sanji and an Usopp. We probably want to keep the Sanji just because our curve is pretty good right now. It's too bad we can't really set up a Moria, but putting a Beppo in grave is pretty good. Pretty much what Beppo does is when you minus Dawn, you can give your leader plus 1k for the turn. Not also on their turn, but like it's still pretty good. Like, if you don't have another, like, Law to bring off of Gecko or Robin blocker, it's just a nice little target. It's also a 2K that is searchable, so I can't really complain. He is going to Red Rock my Sabo. That's very rude. Swings 5 at the Zoro. It might be bait to actually defend the Zoro, but I do it anyway. Whether it's correct or not, I don't know. Gonna play Sanji, tap down the Rebecca. We're just gonna, yeah, get rid of the Rebecca, because why not? And then just go 7-7. Psych will go 6-7. Still fine. I feel like we have a good amount of pressure. Obviously, we can't swing at the Kuros because he has 2 like free defense on Kuros, so it's fine. I always think of Kuros as just like their leader swing. Like, it's not that bad. Gonna go 5 at the Zoro. We'll just let it go. And then he'll play 7 Luffy. And goes 7 into Sanji. And I do Gum Gum Giant here because I'm like, surely I'll draw a 1K, right? Getting rid of the other Giant might be a misplay. Getting rid of that Luffy might be a misplay. But look at my draws, man. Like, it's fine. I get out of this swing. But, like, I have no counter if he restands it. So it's just dead. I feel like, yeah, this is where I lost the game, right? Because, like, Rebecca perfectly fills up their graveyard to put 7 in. I thought they were just going to leader effect, but... Oh, I don't think they could have leader effected, but... Yeah, having that Rebecca really matters. And I was like, oh, maybe he'll just, leave it, like, on tap so I can't swing into it. But nope. I have no counter. I drew 2 cards, and then I still don't draw a counter. Yeah, I think that's where I lost this game. I lost so much tempo there. Having a 7K this turn would be, like, big. He has no blocker. I can probably put him to, like, 1 or 0. But instead I have to do this, which might not even be correct. Maybe I'm just supposed to swing that at life. That's very possible. I mean, we do have Luffy for next turn, but he kind of has this whole turn to just do whatever. And he plays a 10 drop, man. Like, is it not the worst? He wouldn't have been able to play that 10 drop if I just drew a 1K counter off my event. Like, this is messed up. This is messed up. But it's okay. You know, normally that isn't a problem. But as we can see, I think most of the cards I've drawn outside of this one Sabo have had no counter. But having rush cards is good, obviously, in the matchup. But they're not sticking around because he has a Kuzan. So, yeah, that's very unfortunate. It really is. I don't know. I feel like... Why that? Why? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just yapping at this point. I'm complaining. I'm upset. But yeah, it's gonna be rough from here on out. He got a Kuzan down. I have like a Sabo, but the Sabo's never gonna get much value because I need something to stick. Like, yeah, sticking a Sabo I guess is okay, and maybe it's correct to do it at some point, but oh well. Yeah, that was just a brutal series of events. And he's kind of completely set up now. Has the Orlumbus, has the Kuzan, so he can literally just pop everything I play. So, oh well. Even with, I guess maybe my leader effect would save something. If I have a 10 cost on field. You know, low key, 10 cost Luffy might have saved this game. I only really have this turn to play it, so like if I had it, that would have been big, but yeah, that might have helped. I mean, to be fair, it wouldn't have been like too strong this turn. Like, I would have been able to swing 6, and then it'd be 9-10. So, I mean, as long as he got out of the 6, he was fine, but yeah. And our Gecko just kind of sucks. At least we have the Beppo, right? And we get to do kind of a cool thing where I can like -3 here and like restand, I think, like a lot of Dawn. So that's cool. Yeah, we'll Beppo buff up my leader. Look at all that Dawn. Very cool. Now I can 4-drop. I can play a Bond Clay. Yeah. No, this game is we're done. We're done. We can live like a while longer, but my board isn't gonna exist ever. Maybe Beppo will live. Maybe he's gonna disrespect the Beppo. Actually, just red rocking the Moria, which is like not bad for me. If one body does stick, it's playable, right? but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's gonna tap how much? Just 3 for Akiros. Yep. Zoro is gone. If only I was playing Borsalino, that'd be big. Just gonna go 5. And yeah, I guess the hope is just we find like a 10 cost. Like maybe he has no counter in hand at this point. It's possible. But if we have to double Gum Gum Giant here, which we do, it's pretty bad. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was explaining how the deck doesn't really care that you have a lot of non-counter, and then the deck is like, nah. It just had to show me how bad it is if you just keep drawing non-counter. Is it really my fault though? Be honest. Be honest. It's probably my fault. I don't know. I feel like drawing 2 cards, it's reasonable to assume I'll hit a 1K, right? I'm reading my cards now. The game is over. We can Sanji pop to Sabo, but it doesn't do anything. We're just dead. He has a Kuzan. Maybe we can Frankie cycle. What does that do? Nothing? Just get rid of the Sanji. Hey, we found a 10 drop. It's too bad we can't even... Like, it's just not gonna matter. Yeah, we're just looking for counter at this point. Find a Beppo. But like, this Frankie's just dead, right? Just block for me. Come on. Make it at least close. Nope, has 2 2Ks. Just goes 5. We're gonna take it because I'm pretty done with this game. I'm gonna be honest. We'll counter to that one, sure. He's gonna play a Luffy and just clear my bodies. I could try defending these, but I don't. I guess the idea was that I have 10 cost Luffy, but I still don't think it really matters. Maybe I'm supposed to giant that and just hopefully, like, I could have defended it, but he has a Sabo and a life, so I don't think it really matters. Goes 7 with the Orlumbus. Yeah, we'll counter it, whatever. And just goes 10. We'll take it. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. Look at all of our cards. They don't do anything. Oh, we're cooked. Yeah, let's play Moria for fun. let's get some cards. Play Frankie. We don't even have a law in here. Man, what's up with that? Why didn't he kill my law on board? It's a threat. Yeah. There's no reason to be doing this. Bam. A big old 6. He still has the 2Ks, man. Just give me that life. Give me that life. Maybe we live. We don't even have a giant. I'm just scaring him that I have a giant. But yeah, he has King Kong Gun. He has 2 King Kong Guns. Who is this guy? This guy's a beast. Regardless, that is the end of the video. I do have a couple more games with this deck, which I'll probably upload at some point. Sorry I haven't been super active. I'm still getting back into it, you know. I've been having more fun in this format than I have in OP 8.5, so you'll probably see more of this format. But yeah, also just my voice. It's a little bit hard to talk for a while. Sorry if I sound weird or anything, but yeah, anyways, I'll throw the deck list up if you guys want to try it. It's I'm a filthy dirty net decker just because I wanted to try the deck, so yeah, shoutouts to the guy who made this. I'm not sure, but yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.